Hello fellow freeaimers, and welcome to another Just Talking video. Today what I'd like to talk about is freedom of expression and freedom of speech. Both things I think today are very misunderstood. You've got a lot of people spouting that they are in favour of freedom of speech, and a lot of people saying that freedom of speech is dangerous. Both perspectives can be right, both perspectives can be very, very wrong. And I'm just going to tell you what I think, what my opinion is. I may lose some, I might lose some of you from saying this, and that's fine. But it's important, I think, that I be clear on how I think about this issue, right? Because it affects all of us in this space, in the YouTube space. It affects everyone, every single one of us. This current climate of being able to say whatever the fuck you want without recrimination, and also then being chastised completely and having your life destroyed for something that is innocuous, because it's construed as a different thing. So what I think about freedom of speech is that it's very important. Everyone should be entitled to it, and everyone should have it, and not for probably the reasons that you think. I think freedom of expression and freedom of speech is super important to a healthy interaction with human beings as a whole. Because if you are free to talk and express your feelings on things that matter to you and things that will govern how you make decisions in your life, that means that everything is out in the open. Everyone can see exactly where you're coming from, and everyone can see if your actions match up with your words. So insidious people are super easy to spot because everything's out in the open. And the sun is a great fucking disinfectant. However, being free to say whatever you think and whatever you feel does not mean that you are free from recrimination and judgment for saying and doing those things if you choose to act upon them. And that's the stumbling block that a lot of people are fucking just completely forgetting about when they have this argument about free speech and being able to do and say whatever the fuck they want, because this is fucking America, UK, Europe, Russia, fucking Ukraine, wherever the fuck, yeah? So what you need to understand is, if you have the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want, that's fantastic. If you have the freedom to say whatever the fuck you want, that is fantastic. But you must also accept the responsibility that when you say and do whatever the fuck you want, people are going to judge you on that. So if I choose to stand in front of a Russian flag circa 1950, wearing certain garments, people are going to draw a conclusion from that. If I choose to stand in front of certain countries in Africa's flags from certain periods in time, wearing certain regalia, people are going to make fucking judgments on that. If you choose to do those things, people are going to judge you on those actions. You're not free from judgment. Freedom from expression and freedom of expression and freedom of speech does not mean freedom from recrimination and freedom from judgment as a whole. Yeah? Now, obviously, my perspective on human rights is yours end where mine begin and mine end where yours begin. Yeah? So, understanding that, hopefully you can see what I'm saying about if you choose to do something, if you choose to take an action, if you choose to take a certain picture, if you choose to make a video of yourself doing a certain action, and that action is aligned with symbolism and actions that are readily identifiable as one certain thing. Like, there's no mistaking it for anything else. People can say that, this, that and the other until they're blue in the face, but the majority of the world sees the symbolism and the actions portrayed in the media that you have produced in a certain way. So that is society of the world judging you and making not a snap judgment, because how you're portraying yourself, and that's what it comes down to, how you choose to portray yourself. And if you're insidious about it, and you do choose to portray yourself as some fucking, like a lot of the TV evangelists are my favourite example of this. So they are evil people, no doubt about it. They take money from ignorant people who are looking for hope and faith in their life, and they prey upon them. They're like foxes, you know, low tier predators. And what they do is they are insidious. They say one thing and they behave in another way. And if you are smart enough to spot it, you're easily singled out in a place where freedom of expression and freedom of speech is prevalent, because your words don't match your fucking deeds, and everyone says, "Oi, cunt, you're a cunt," and knows not to listen to you and not to follow you and not to fucking pay any heed to what you do. Yeah? So if you choose to portray yourself in a certain way and then don't behave that way, you've got to accept the fact that everyone who has seen you portrayed in that way and looked at you, although your actions might not match up with it, not everyone fucking knows you. If your intent was something completely different, then maybe you shouldn't have done it and taken the picture or whatever in the first place. That's down to you, sunshine, not down to anyone else. People make snap decisions and judgments on people, maybe they shouldn't, but that's fucking human nature. That's how we stay away from danger. That's how we recognise people that we're going to be on the same wavelength with, is by making judgments and finding things out. And unfortunately, with the way society at large works today, you are at the mercy of people who will see a piece of media of you for seconds, minutes, or whatever hours, if you've made like full-length videos and stuff, and they're gonna make judgments on the media that you've produced, whether it's a photograph from 10 years ago or it's a video that you made last month. It doesn't matter. It's the content on which you are judged. So I hope I'm making this clear. I know I ramble and I know I'm a fucking stoner, but I'm not stupid, and I know I have difficulty explaining stuff. So I'm hoping that I'm coming across clearly in my intention of what I'm trying to say here, that I'm a big believer in freedom of speech. I think it's very important that you get to say whatever you want to say, and get to do, as long as you're not causing harm to people, whatever you want to do. Yeah? Cause no harm, cause no injury, cause no loss. Those are the three rules that I abide by through life. That's the foundation, yeah, of everything that I try and do in life. Those three things: cause no harm, cause no loss, cause no injury. Yeah. Defending yourself and stuff like that is on a different note. If someone's trying to kill you, then obviously you have to cause harm, you have to cause injury, you may have to cause loss to stop that from happening. So that's a different thing altogether. But where it comes to freedom of speech, as long as you're not inciting people to fucking go out and murder the first Asian person they see, or go out and fucking kill bankers, Mozzie, you fucking retard. Freedom of speech is important, and Mozzie is a great example, because you should be free to say whatever the fuck you want to say. But that shouldn't stop me from making a video about you taking a piss at you for being an idiot, in my eyes, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? That's my freedom of expression and my freedom of speech, to say I think you're a fucking idiot because of the things you've said, you see. And people have judged me on that. I had a dip of 5 subscribers and I gained 40. So 5 people judged me negatively and 40 people judged me positively. It was a net positive. Things like that decisions in my life haven't always been like that. There's things in my life that I'm not proud of and I've been judged for. And when you get to a certain age, you start to realise, and you see the exact same mistakes being made by people that are younger than you. You can do this, what I'm doing now, and say to people, try and advise them on the things that you've learnt in your life, but at the end of the day, I can fill the cup. It's down to you to fucking drink it. Do you know what I mean? That's what the long and short is. I can sit here and talk about bullshit until I'm blue in the face. It's down to you whether you listen to the meaning or not. But I hope that I'm being clear in what I'm saying. Freedom of speech is an important factor in social living. You should be able to say what you want, but you should not be free from judgment for saying what you want. That's the long and short of it. So, with that said, I hope you enjoy this video. I know I've gone on a bit, but this is what this is for. So, basically this fight that's been going on in the background, I just literally spawned into a server and 2 wankers started like shooting at me. But yeah. Let me know if you think what I'm saying is not like right, because that's subjective, but if you think that freedom of speech is important, but that doesn't mean freedom from judgment and freedom from recrimination, you know, that's what I think. You should be able to say and do within reason. Do not say, because you can pretty much say anything as long as you're not fucking inciting people to violence, obviously. But then who decides what's incitement to violence? Now, again, there it like we could go on fucking hours having this thing. Who gets to decide? Now the thing is, like, there are certain things that are obviously incitement to violence. Obviously, you know, telling people to go and commit violent acts is incitement to violence. And you should face recrimination for that, no doubt. But not like, you know, in that case it would be, well, obviously we're not going to listen to you anymore because you fucking incited a crowd of people to go and murder someone. So it's obvious that you're a fucking sociopath, so therefore you're going to be shunned from society, if not face criminal fucking charges for that. But in that case, you caused harm and injury. You know what I mean? In that theoretical, incident. And the same with doing, as long as you're not hurting anyone. It's like with the new laws that are trying to be signed in across the globe, trying to fucking decriminalise pedophilia and stuff. Super fucking suspect. Sorry, I lost my train of thoughts because I went off fucking... What was I saying? I gotta stop getting so high and doing this shit. Believe it or not, this is the 3rd time I've recorded this. Insane shit. But yeah, they're basically fucking trying to sign in, like, they're trying to decriminalise grooming and stuff. Which that's it. It's causing harm. You're causing harm to people, to children, to minors who can't protect themselves, right? So that's morally wrong. It comes down, I suppose it does, thinking about it. I suppose it comes down to your moral compass, your moral, you know, what your morals will allow you to do. As long as you can morally justify something, you know, that may be reprehensible to other people, doesn't necessarily make it right, does it? You know? So again, you're free to express that part of yourself, but you are not free to be not judged. You know what I mean? You are going to be judged, and you're going to face consequence and recrimination from society as a whole for doing that, for, you know, perpetrating those actions. But anyway, like I say, sorry for fucking babbling on, but it's this kind of shit is important to me, because I have these kind of discussions every day with people, you know, because of the way we run our group. It's everyone in our group is free to make their own mind up and to express themselves however the fuck they want to do, but they are not free from recrimination, and they are not free from judgment. None of us are. If I made a video tomorrow of me going god mode and off radar and fighting some people in fucking Sue or whatever the fuck, I would fully expect 98% of the people, apart from the diehards obviously, to leave the dirty bastards, because I am not what I say I am anymore. So, you know, like I say, you're not free from judgment. But hopefully I've not rambled on too much and wasted too much of your time. I hope you enjoyed that in the background, and please like, comment, share, subscribe to all the good things that help with the other one. Make sure you check out everyone in the description, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.